Joe Brockman, please report to the Purina tent. Joe Brockman. If I can have my new AYC youth that are here tonight come and join me in the ring, as well as my breeders that have signed up to be a part of the program, if you guys want to come join me in the ring. How was today, sir? Brian Stoller, Kent Schleck, Greg Crawford, Jeremy Schulte, Stacy Schulte, join me in the ring. I gotta rock and roll this because we gotta start it right away. There's a camera right there. I got one in the corner, one here, one there. Okay. How about Slake? Slake? I'll call Schulte. That's all we're missing then.
He'll be here in just a second. Schulte's on his way. Schulte's on his way. Ken's coming. Schulte's on his way. I'm gonna go grab some food. Do you need anything from over there yonder way? I was looking. She's asking who's in line. I have no idea. Yeah, you got 5.
Jeremy Schulte, Stacy Schulte, where are you guys hiding? Jeremy and Stacy Schulte.
In the middle of the ring.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we've had kind of a crazy day here. You know, the sales have rolled and the breeders have had a long day. And so I'm going to first bring the breeders into the middle of the room. And the Aspiring Young Cattlemen program is one of the exciting things that the Classic, the board of directors, and myself have the honor to do. And basically, we work with a group of young people. We work with a group of breeders that are very motivated, that want to make a difference in the industry. They're passionate about helping us build that next generation. And so if you guys been here all day, you've seen some nice bred heifers that we sold this afternoon. How this program works is boys and girls get to partner with the breeder for a year on a heifer, and they'll bring that heifer back here next year and sell her as a bred heifer. And so I'm going to let these breeders introduce themselves, tell you a little bit about their operation. We're going to start down here on the end with Mr. Schlake, and I'm going to let you introduce your daughter and tell us a little bit about your program.
All right, thank you, Ronette. I'm Ken Schlake, EMS Enterprise, and this is my youngest daughter, Elise, and the gal that runs the pants of the family. She's babysitting Sterling tonight, so that's why she's not here. We run about 50 cows. It's mostly a club calf operation. We do sell replacements. We work with a lot of the kids that buy the calves, try to do the best we can with foot care and conditioning with the hair, and also feed products. And I think we're in the neighborhood of, what, 35, 40 years doing this? Okay, but anyhow, I try to do the best I can when I can, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Kent. Very excited to introduce our next breeder. It's the first time getting them involved in the Aspiring Young Cattlemen program. And when I first met this next young lady, it was very apparent that she's extremely passionate about working with kids and helping us build the next generation. So it's truly my honor to have joining our AYC program, Mandy Weber and Camp 10.
Thank you, Ronette. We're excited to do this too. I love working with kids. We're Camp 10 Ranch. We're out in Dannebrog. I'm originally from Wyoming, but I've partnered up with Joel Leo, and our view, I guess, of our operation, we have close to 100 cows, but we want to make them functional. We want them to compete in the show ring, but we want them to go out on pasture and not fall apart. We don't want them to shrink down. You know, we want to keep them mobile, really good structured, and we just want to build them better. So it doesn't matter what breed they are. We just like good cattle, and we're really, really passionate about this industry. I've spent some time in Canada and Houston. I've been out of it for a lot of years, and I'm so excited to be back and looking forward to this new adventure.
Thank you. You know, the next group, they wear a lot of different hats. We started a fall event in November, and we started that event so that we had more time to do a lot of different contests for kids. One of the contests is actually floriculture. And so it's only fitting that we team up with, we've got Divas, Carney Floral here in town, and Stacy Schulte, you wear a few hats. So she's involved with that program. She's involved with her husband with Schulte Angus, and they like working with kids. They've introduced me to some great nieces that I have a lot of fun with. So it's my pleasure to introduce Jeremy Schulte, and I'll let you introduce your family.
Thanks, Ronette. Well, she already introduced my better half, my wife, Stacy, my youngest son, Braden, and one of my oldest nieces, Brianna. We run Schulte Angus Ranch. We're just north of Kearney. We started out commercial. After we went to Curtis, we started the purebred Black Angus, but now we're starting to change it up a little bit. We've got some semis. We just got into some mains. So and Limmies too. Yes, we had Limmies from Peterson Brothers. So this is our 4th year doing the program. We have loved the experience with the kids. Best part about it. it's a joy to teach the next generation, and we're looking forward to this year.
Thank you. Let's put our hands together for all these breeders. There's a few breeders. We know the weather's kind of created a little bit of challenge. I don't have to tell all of you that the chores and the amount of work at home, and I thanked each and every one of you earlier for taking the time to be here, because I know that somebody's at home having to work and you got to be lucky to come to town. And so there's a couple breeders that aren't here tonight. Bear Mountain will be joining this group. Greg Crawford with Shorthorns, we're excited to have him joining us too. So with that being said, let's bring these 4 young people on up here. You guys come on up here to this spot. Very excited. I only know one pretty well out of this group, and so I'm excited to work with these guys for the next year. And we've got lots of ideas of some things we're going to do a little different and how this year's going to roll out. And basically what's happening tonight is no more, no less than they're meeting the breeder they're paired with. They'll be exchanging phone numbers, and then they'll be getting a packet from me next week. I didn't get it done today, so both the breeders and the kids will get packets. And the kids will be responsible to reach out to the breeders next week sometime, just with a phone call to say, hey, we're looking forward to visiting with you, establishing a time, March, 1st of April, whenever it's convenient for the breeders, for you guys to go spend a day at their ranch, take your folks along, meet each other, kind of learn about what you're going to do and move forward. But before you get introduced to who you're paired with, I want you guys to introduce yourselves. Tell the crowd where you're from, how old you are, and kind of a little bit about yourself, okay? So we're going to start on the end here with Mr. Weston.
Hi, I'm Weston Stemick, and I'm from Pierce, Nebraska, and I'm 16 years old, and I've been showing since I was 8.
I'm Simon Kelly. I'm from David City, Nebraska. I attend Northeast Community College in building construction. I know it's not cows, but I go home every weekend and work with cows, and been showing 2 years, 3 years, something like that.
My name is Mari Indrick. I'm a senior at Aquinas Catholic in David City. I've been showing cattle since I was 13. Started with horses and grew to like cattle more. And I plan to attend Northeast Community College next year and study animal science.
Hi, my name is Michaela Samuelson. I've been showing cattle since I was 8 years old, so I've been around it pretty much my whole life. I'm from Hastings, Nebraska. I go to Adams Central. I'm 18 years old. I'll be going to Kansas State University in the fall, so I'm pretty excited for that. Yeah.
Let's put our hands together and welcome these young ladies and young men to the AYC program. So, Weston, you are going to be partnered with Bear Mountain Angus, and Brian couldn't be here. He's watching online, and so you'll be getting a hold of him and paired up with him. Michaela, you are partnered with EMS Enterprises, so Kent and his family, you'll be working with them. Simon, you are going to be working with the Schulte family, so Schulte Angus, so that'll be fun. And Myra, you're going to get to work with Camp 10 Ranch, so that will be tons of fun. So what I want you guys to do is I'll have you step off to the side, get some phone numbers, and I'll be sending you both packets. So don't worry if you don't get all the information tonight. You guys will get information from me. You guys will get their information too, their phone numbers, their parents' name, and everything. So, crowd, put your hands together. Let's recognize this group. Yeah, you know, Kent just pointed out the pressure's on, boys, because normally there's been a lot of girls out here, so kind of waiting to see what the boy power is going to do. Kent, so he's all excited to bring that on. So we're going to have a lot of fun, and like I said, we've got some ideas of some things we're going to do a little different. So I'm excited to work with you guys as well as you guys. And like I say, don't worry tonight if you don't get everything exchanged. I will send you data information, and you guys will get data sheets on them. So you'll get their names, phone numbers, and their parents. So thank you very much. Look forward to working with everybody. Put your hands together one more time, guys. the pressure's on because the bulls want to get started right at 8. So bear with us. In just a few minutes, we'll get started with our Supreme Bull Drive. Well, I think, here in a minute, we've been having a long day and the bull consigners are patiently waiting. Girls, are they ready back there? Not quite. Well, while we're waiting on the bull exhibitors to get lined up, I'm going to ask our 3 officials that are going to be having the challenge tonight of selecting our Supreme Champion Bull and our Supreme Champion Female. Very honored to have with us this evening. We'll start with Miss Darla Agater. She's coming to you from Seward, Nebraska. Darla is no stranger to the Classic. Her and her husband showed here many times. She probably showed here as a junior even herself. Her kids have been involved in the junior program. She travels all across the nation, works for CCI Live. So an honor to have you with us tonight, Darla. The next gentleman, you guys have seen him around here. He's truly a cattleman coming to you from Wyoming. Jerry Sidwell, we were honored to have him here. He sold several pens of heifers. Him and his family been involved in the Club Calf program. They've showed competitively. He hauls heifers to Fort Worth, so truly an honor to have a cattleman in the program tonight with us. The next young man is no stranger here at the Classic. He's had a commercial exhibitor booth. John Herrick, he's with Select Sires. He travels all across the nation selecting bulls for Select Sires. So I think we've got an incredibly qualified panel of judges this evening. Why don't you put your hands together and let's welcome them to the ring. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about time to get our bull selection underway. If my ringmen can kind of make it clear back to the corners, because we're going to need the entire ring here, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, your champion horned Hereford bull. Your champion horned Hereford bull was consigned by Langren Ranch of Bartlett, Nebraska. He sold to Kyle Geiser of Myrna, Nebraska. Your champion polled Hereford bull. Your champion polled Hereford bull was consigned by Jensen Land and Cattle of Cortland, Kansas. He sold to Richard Moomey of Sumner, Nebraska. Your champion Red Angus bull. The champion Red Angus bull was consigned by Schaefer Cattle Company of Woodston, Texas. He sold to Mills Farms of Stanton, Colorado. Your champion Angus bull. Your champion Angus bull was consigned by Vision Angus of Amherst, Colorado. Your champion Angus bull sold to Richard Moomey of Sumner, Nebraska. Your champion purebred Simmental bull. Your champion purebred Simmental bull was consigned by Heartland Cattle Co. of Delacus, North Dakota. Your champion percentage Simmental bull. Your champion percentage Simmental bull was consigned by Cisco Brothers and Caden and Tristan Cisco of Syracuse, Nebraska. He sold to Robertson Cattle Co. of Unadilla, Nebraska. The champion Charlet bull. The champion Charlet bull was consigned by White Rose Charlet and Hill Brothers Livestock of Clearwater, Minnesota. He sold to Mills Farms of Stranton, Colorado. Your champion Limousine bull. The champion Limousine bull is consigned by Mill Road Cattle of Knapp, Wisconsin. Your champion Limousine sold to Burnell Shiflett of Cambridge, Nebraska. Your champion Balancer Galvay bull. Your champion Galvay Balancer bull was consigned by J.J. Beeler of Orleans, Nebraska. Your champion Galvay Balancer sold to Seth Swanson of Oxford, Nebraska. Your champion Shorthorn bull. Your champion Shorthorn bull was consigned by Wood Sisters of McCook, Nebraska. Your champion Shorthorn sold to Burnell Shiflett of Cambridge, Nebraska. Your champion Maine Anjou bull. Your champion Maine Anjou bull is consigned by EMS Enterprises of Gothenburg, Nebraska. The champion Maine sold to Burnell Shiflett of Cambridge. Your champion Kenya Bowl. Your champion Kenya Bowl is consigned by KQM Show Cattle of Minden. He sold to Dustin McCord of Cairo, Nebraska. Your champion AOB Bowl. Your champion AOB Bowl was consigned by Poshpishel Livestock of Cambridge, Nebraska. And he sold to Mills Farms of Stanton, Colorado. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you, let's put our hands together and give each and every one of these champion bull exhibitors a big round of congratulations. And now our three judges have the challenge of selecting our 2023 Supreme Champion Bull. They're probably restless, so if you want, you can make Langren start. Yeah. Maybe let them, they're all kind of moving just a second. Go ahead, yeah. Give them a minute to get in line. Once you feel like it, then make them move. Tell Casey that. These big boys have had a long day, so we're going to put them in motion. So just kind of watch next to you guys and join. We'll start you in motion. We'll make 2 full circles around, and then we'll keep you along the outside rail on profile. Again, the Classic really wants to thank all of our consigners, all the buyers, all the junior families that are rolling in. And as we've talked about all day, we know the number one thing nobody has near enough of anymore is time or labor working on the farms and the ranches. We know that everybody's having to make a choice. There's somebody that had to stay home and is doing all the work while somebody got to come to town. So thanks for giving us your time. Thanks for coming into the Classic. We got a fun day lined up tomorrow. Tomorrow it starts to be all about the kids. In the morning we'll get our juniors checked in. Tomorrow afternoon we'll do some show product demos here. Kit Held and Ganuzzi are going to do a burger bash for the kids. Going to have that ahead of our prospect steer and heifer sale that's tomorrow night at 6:30. Well, I can tell you it's really close, and so I'm going to let you put your hands together, and let's give each and every one of them a huge round of applause, guys. Your 2023 Supreme Champion Bull goes to the Champion Angus Bull from Vision Angus from Amherst, Colorado. They'll be receiving $2,500, and Richard Moomey from Sumner, you'll be receiving $1,000. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have you exit on the south side of the ring. We'll let our Supreme Champion Bull, you hang tight. We'll go to the picture backdrop with our judges. Again, let's give them a bigger round of applause than that, guys. Put your hands together and congratulations to all of them. Well, really quick here before we get the females, while they're getting lined up, Stuart Gilbertson, you want to get a couple of your board members and come out here in the middle of the ring? The Classic Board of Directors have been doing a gun raffle throughout the year. This year they've been selling tickets, and I'm going to let Stuart, he's the gun connoisseur on the Classic Board, so I'm going to make him tell you a little bit about the gun. No? Yeah, you need to tell. Is it an old Henry? Is that right? A Henry 22. And it's etched on both sides. It's a dated. And I think you guys have kind of decided you're going to do this every year and date it. Is that kind of the plan?
Next year it'll be a 410.
Next year it's going to be a 410 shotgun. They kind of tell me you're like the salesman of the group, Dick. I didn't realize you were like, no? Who's the salesman? Marcy's the Oh, no, and Jeff Bash, you had to get in on it too? So 100% of all of the money that's raised is going into the Classic Scholarship Program. The scholarship program is not just for 21-year-olds or seniors in high school. We've got more 8-year-olds involved in the program. There's a junior division, intermediate division, senior division. We give cash back, we do jackets, we do all kinds of awards. And so these dollars, as well as some other donations, the stall bid off money, all goes to the kids. So looks like you brought a young lady in the ring. Miss Brooklyn. She's going to draw out one name, and that's the winner of this gun here tonight. So the winner of the gun is Todd Booth. Todd Booth, are you around here tonight? From Platte Valley Auto, I believe. Todd Booth, I know Gary was here, so Stuart, make sure Todd Booth gets this, and let's put our hands together and recognize the Classic Board for all they do. Here you go, guys.
Good job.
That's awesome. Thank you. Well, judges, are you ready for the ladies to come at you? We'll get you your cards for the ladies.
Thank you.
We'll try not to make this one as close.
That one was probably way off.
It was awesome, though. There was some really good bulls. I mean, it's personal preference because you talk about some big boys that had a lot to offer, and especially in their breed.
Yeah.
I'm glad I wasn't in your spot.
Yeah.
You guys did a good job sorting.
They did. Yep. It was fun. Yeah, Chuck Lemonager was one of the judges, and Danny Harker was one of the others.
very good.
So it was fun working with those guys. They told me the ladies are a little slow, so let me check and see what's happening. Well, if the ringmen can kind of take their corners, and judges, if you want to come back to the center of the ring and get yourselves positioned, we're ready to start bringing in the girls. So judges, come on back. Ringmen, get to the corners. Just wait. Your champion horned Hereford heifer. Your champion horned Hereford heifer was consigned by MCM Polled Herefords and Riddle & Co. of Ayer, Nebraska. The champion horned Hereford heifer sold to Silo Creek Farm of Mount Airy, Maryland. Your champion polled Hereford heifer. Your champion polled Hereford heifer was consigned by Jensen Land and Cattle of Cortland, Kansas. The champion polled Hereford heifer sold to Kohler Cattle Co. of Arapahoe, Nebraska. Your champion Red Angus heifer. Your champion Red Angus was consigned by TLC Livestock of Rushford, Minnesota. She sold to Blake Edwards of Fairview, Oklahoma. Your champion Angus heifer. Your champion Angus heifer was consigned by Vision Angus of Amherst, Colorado. Your champion Angus heifer sold to Tim Fitzgerald of Sullivan, Indiana. Your champion purebred Simmental heifer. Your champion purebred Simmental heifer was consigned by Brocker Livestock of Underwood, Iowa. The champion purebred Simmental heifer sold to Mitchell Chiquette of Franklin, Nebraska. Your champion percentage Simmental heifer. Your champion percentage Simmental heifer was consigned by Peterson Brothers Cattle of Nebraska City, Nebraska. Your champion percentage Simmental heifer sold to Dallas Farr of Maywood, Nebraska. Your champion Charlet heifer. Your champion Charlet heifer was consigned by Birchie Cattle of Oneida, South Dakota. Your champion Charlet sold to Wells Cattle of Norfolk, Nebraska. Your champion Limousine heifer. Your champion limousine heifer was consigned by Mill Road Cattle of Knapp, Wisconsin. Your champion limousine heifer sold to Jens Lind of Rushford, Minnesota. Your champion balancer Gelve heifer. Your champion balancer Gelve heifer was consigned by September Farms of Franklin, Nebraska. She sold to Casey Martin of Oregon, Illinois. Your champion shorthorn heifer. Your champion shorthorn heifer was consigned by Kegley Cattle of Kearney, Nebraska. She sold to Cade Hogan of Sutherland, Nebraska. Your champion Maine Anjou heifer. Your champion Maine Anjou heifer was consigned by Shoals Cattle of Loomis, Nebraska. Your champion Maine heifer sold to Schulte Farms, Inc. of Kearney, Nebraska. Your champion Kiania heifer. Your champion Kiania heifer sold to KQM Cattle of Minden, Nebraska. Your champion Kiania heifer was consigned again by KQM Cattle of Minden and sold to Marla Stahlbaumer of Oconto, Nebraska. Your champion AOB heifer. Your champion AOB heifer was consigned by RA Cattle Co. of Denison, Iowa. Your champion AOB sold to Andy Knott of Minden, Nebraska. And your champion AYC heifer. Your champion AYC heifer was consigned by Bear Mountain Angus of Palisade, Nebraska, and Tatum Schroeder of Beatrice, Nebraska. Your champion AYC heifer sold to Colin Cotis of Odell, Nebraska. Well, I don't know where else we could go in Nebraska and find this powerful lineup of females. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and let's congratulate all of these champions here. And now we'll let our three judges go to work. Again, we're very honored to have serving as our three judges tonight. Three individuals that are no stranger to the beef industry. John Herrick with Select Sires. John travels all across the nation buying bulls for Select Sires. Jerry Sidwell, Sidwell Land and Cattle, a cattleman from Wyoming, Colorado, been involved in the business for many years, travels all across the nation, Fort Worth, all the states, a family operation. And Darla Agater. Darla is definitely no stranger here at the Classic. Her and her husband Jeff had consigned many years in the Shorthorn breed. Her son was involved in the junior program, coming to you from Seward, Nebraska. She travels all across the nation working for CCI Live, as well as worked with several breed associations. So I'm going to ask you to put your hands together and thank those three individuals for taking the time to come tonight. Want to invite all of you to come in the Ag Pavilion. Justin Drecke and the Loose Cannons Band is going to play tonight. We'll have some social. The Cunningham's Bar will be open. Again, that'll be right in the Ag Pavilion. So looking forward to visiting with everybody and having a good time yet this evening. Tomorrow's schedule lineup, we get busy with the juniors. Get our junior check-in underway in the morning. Tomorrow afternoon, Sullivan and Weavers will be in the show ring. They've got product demos, some showmanship demos. Tomorrow night at the block, we've got a burger bash with Kit Held and the Ganussi team. We got our scholarship presentations to kids that were in our scholarship program last year, and at 6:30, we've got that fancy heifer and prospect steer sale. So make sure you're checking out those sale features that will be tomorrow night. A huge shout out to Mariah Miller with Live Auctions. She's had a long day and she's broadcasting the show live tonight. So thank you to Live Auctions and Mariah. You are pretty busy today. Thanks, Brent, from Yondas here in town with all of our technology and helping us on the block. Appreciate you guys here too. While you're all kind of patiently waiting, Next Level, Megan and the Next Level team, it's truly an honor to be working with you here at the Classic. And take a look at that backdrop, because tonight, in a little while, we'll wait about a half hour or so. We're going to auction off that backdrop in the bar area. So if you'd like to hang that in your barn or maybe use it as a windbreak, we're going to auction that off, put the money in the scholarship program. So make sure you're checking that out. And again, a huge shout out to Megan and her team of girls being here from Next Level. So if you're looking for any of the images, make sure and go to Next Level. They've been doing a great job of getting those all uploaded. So again, when it's over, we'll let our judges go to the backdrop and get their pictures with our Supreme Champion Bull, Supreme Champion Female. Make sure you're checking out that backdrop. If you want to put it in your barn, come on in the Ag Pavilion. After a while, we're going to auction that off. Well, one last time before we all scatter and go and have a good time, I'm going to ask you, let's put our hands together and congratulations to all of our champions here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, your Supreme Champion 2023 female here at the Classic goes to your champion Maine Anjou from the Shoals Cattle at Loomis and sold to Schulte Farms, Inc. of Kearney. Congratulations, Garrett, and your entire family. Again, congratulations to all of you. You guys can exit over there. Go to the backdrop. Congratulations. Thank you to everybody for being here. Thank you to our awesome judges this evening.